Morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you guys. Welcome to the Full Hundreds, the Hum Day edition. It is Wednesday, the 12th of August, and we are now firmly in the second week or middle of August, if you like. Guys, I've got breaking news today. Fabulous news today, guys, and I can't wait to share with you guys. Some of you might have seen it already, but guys, without further ado, let's get to it. Well, I'm happy to announce that Kamala Harris, Senator Kamala Harris, has been picked by Joe Biden to be his running mate for the presidency in the United States. What does that mean? Kamala Harris is black. She's half Jamaican and half Indian. So her mum's Indian, from India, and her dad's from Jamaica. So we've got a first generation immigrant child about to basically make. I mean, Barack Obama was different because his mom was white and they're American. Kamala Harris has no American parents whatsoever, so she's a pure immigrant child, first generation. It's fabulous news, and I'll tell you what else that means. That also means that Trump was a break, if you like, a bad, horrible break from seeing America and America's leadership reflecting the nation itself. So Kamala Harris was picked yesterday by Joe Biden. Joe Biden being Obama's vice president, who's now going to be president, who will now have Kamala Harris run. And I believe that Joe Biden will probably only do one term and let Kamala Harris run for president on his second term. Or he might do the 2 terms. But Kamala Harris is such a talent that Democrats might have the next 16 years. It could be 8 years of Biden and 8 years of Kamala Harris. We might have a 16-year run of fair policy, of equality thinking, forward-thinking policies. So it's fabulous to see, guys, and I just thought I'd share that with you guys. Sorry to have gone on for so long, but here's the video that I want to show you guys of.
I describe myself as a proud American.
And now Kamala Harris can add 2 more words to that description: running mate, the first black woman nominated in that role.
I stand before you today to announce my candidacy for President of the United States.
It wasn't that long ago that Kamala Harris had her own plans to unseat President Donald Trump. Dreams for the daughter of 2 immigrants, who she says came to America to pursue their own dreams. Kamala Harris was born in 1964, the daughter of a Jamaican father and Indian mother. She attended both a Christian church and a Hindu temple as a young girl while growing up near Oakland, California. Her parents separated when she was just 7 years old. Harris later attended Howard University, the historically black university in Washington, D.C.
Just a couple of blocks from this very spot, nearly 30 years ago, as a young district attorney, I walked into the courtroom for the first time.
Harris became San Francisco's district attorney in 2004.
Congratulations, Attorney General.
In 2011, she became California's first black female attorney general. She considered herself an innovator on crime. In 2017, Harris became only the second black woman elected to the U.S. Senate.
I did.
It was there that Senator Harris's experience as a prosecutor was on full display. Her no-nonsense, rapid-fire slicing and dicing of testimony during key televised hearings kept witnesses on their toes. When she grilled then Attorney General Jeff Sessions about whether he had contacts with Russian nationals during the 2016 campaign, he practically pleaded for mercy.
I do want you to be on.
I'm not able to be rushed this fast. It makes me nervous.
Indy also took on her now running mate.
I do not believe you are a racist. And I agree with you when you commit yourself to the importance of finding common ground. And it was not only that, but you also worked with them to oppose busing. And, there was a little girl in California who was part of the second class to integrate her public schools. And she was bused to school every day. And that little girl was me.
Despite Harris's story, some have challenged her racial identity and criticized her for identifying as black when her parents are Jamaican and Indian.
I'm black.
Yes.
And I'm proud of being black.
Absolutely.
And I was born black. I will die black. And I'm proud of being black. And I'm not going to make any excuses for anybody because they don't understand. This is the same thing they did to Barack. They're trying to do what has been happening over the last 2 years, which is powerful voices trying to sow hate and division among us. Mm-hmm. And so we need to recognize when we're being played.
Hellinger, now a partner.
I intend to fight for truth and transparency and trust. I intend to fight.
And with the Biden-Harris ticket set, they could soon make history.
Welcome back, guys. I mean, Kamala, I've been watching since she ran for Senate. This is her first term in the Senate. So she got in 2016 as a senator. What brought it to my attention was when Donald Trump, so she came into the Senate at the same time Donald Trump won the election to be president, and a lot of the people that he was putting through, dodgy people that he was putting through Congress for government posts, but they had to get interviewed and grilled by Congress first. And I saw her grilling some people, and like, she is just fabulous. I mean, I'm just loving it. I mean, they are a smashing team, guys, so keep an eye out for that. Guys, this is the statement that she put out on Twitter, accepting. Take a look.
Other immigrants came to this country for an education. My mother from India, my dad from Jamaica, and the civil rights movement in the 1960s brought them together. Some of my earliest memories are from that time. My parents being attacked by police with hoses, fleeing for safety with me strapped tightly to my stroller. That spirit of activism is why my mother, Shyamala, will always tell my sister and me, don't just sit around and complain about things, do something. I know that winning this race will be tougher than anything I've faced before, but I've never been more ready to roll up my sleeves and get to work. Donald Trump thinks this country belongs to him, but Joe Biden knows it belongs to all of us, to the people, and together the people are going to take it back. So
that's fabulous, guys. Really chuffed for her, chuffed for her family. Her family in India are excited, just like when Obama won and his family in Kenya, were excited. It just touches you, really, really warm buzz about it all. So, guys, while we're getting the warm buzz about that, the other side, Trump's party, has just put forward. So this person battled fellow party members. While yesterday, the Republican Party nominated a QAnon believer to run for Congress, a known racist. So guys, those of you who say politics doesn't matter, politics really does. When you say left and right, blue and red don't matter to you, it really does. It really does. Because one party has just nominated a black female. Look at Trump's government. Only one black person, and he's the housing secretary, and he ran for president, and he's a surgeon, a renowned surgeon. He wasn't even putting health, he was putting housing. Just because when he backed Trump, he said, I ain't got no choice, I'm backing you. One black person in Trump's government, okay? This party has just nominated this young lady, evil person, who's known for being racist, who's a totally devoted QAnon supporter. They're sending this person to Congress, to Parliament. Take a look.
Republican businesswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene defeated neurosurgeon Dr. John Cowan in a runoff for Georgia's 14th congressional district. The important thing here is that she has embraced the baseless right-wing conspiracy QAnon theory and has a track record of racist and anti-Semitic comments. Several high-profile Republicans, including the House Minority Whip Steve Scalise, Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy, they spoke out against her candidacy, but she is in a strong position to win in November. Again, an unapologetic supporter of QAnon will almost definitely end up in Congress, which is significant to say the least.
Welcome back. Yeah, there is no choice. I mean, you've got to wake up, my people. We really have to. For those of you who are really skeptical, yeah, there is still a good cop and bad cop type choice. If you have to make a choice, if you have to be arrested, if you have to be killed, you still want a choice of how you're killed, right? If you know, like, you can't say, oh, I don't care how I'm killed, just kill me any way you want. That's the same as saying, I don't care what color it is, all politics is rubbish, I'm not going to vote for anyone then. When you don't vote for the right person, what happens is you get Trump. Okay? So guys, keep it moving. I want to touch on the violence on the streets again in the US. Who's doing the shooting? This isn't who's doing the shooting part 5. I think it would have been if I was doing that. So I'm just touching on the subject. It's still going a bit crazy out there. I still think there's agitators. A new aspect has just been added into what's been going on. There's a renewed looting now. I mean, the looting stopped in the first sort of week of the actual, after George Floyd died. There hasn't been any looting or anything like that. Week and a half maybe. But this is just renewed. And I still have the feeling that someone is going. I mean, we saw it in the heat of the protest, right? They were going and smashing shops, and it was the rioters saying, no, this is our neighborhood. And then the guys were running off because they were covered up, and they weren't really the rioters. They were coming to break the glass to get those who were rioting to say, oh yeah, someone's broken the glass, I'm going to go in and take something. Okay, they weren't going in to take nothing because they're from rich areas. They got money. They're not there to steal. They're there to get people stealing. So guys, take a look at what's going on right now in the US.
In Chicago, team saw some of the worst. Police say they made more than 100 arrests. CNN security correspondent Josh Campbell has details.
Protests.
This has been declared an unlawful assembly.
A riot, looting, overtook several major cities across the U.S. this weekend. The city of Chicago contending with violence overnight Sunday into Monday. Large groups of people gathered after midnight, looting and trashing stores around downtown, clashing with police. The actions appear to stem from a police shooting of a 20-year-old man earlier in the day. Police say the man was armed and fired at officers first, and that misinformation about the shooting led to looting around the city. At a large gathering early Sunday in the nation's capital, where gatherings of over 50 are prohibited.
Over 100 rounds were fired on the scene of this shooting. There were multiple shooters who fired simultaneously.
21 people were shot, including an off-duty police officer and this 17-year-old who was killed.
The situation is urgent, and every member of my administration is focused on how to blunt this gun violence and the fatalities that have resulted from it.
In Portland, a peaceful demonstration turned into a riot, with protesters targeting the Portland Police Association office. A security video shows items being thrown into the office in an attempt to set it on fire, a fire that was later put out. Portland has now seen protests for over 2 months. On Sunday's 6th anniversary of Michael Brown's death in Ferguson, Missouri, more than 100 people gathered for a peaceful march around the neighborhood where the 18-year-old black man was killed in 2014 by a white police officer. The Ferguson police station was surrounded. And police say some protesters threw bottles, metal screws, and wooden sticks. 4 people were arrested for refusing to disperse.
It's a terrible situation over there, and we'll keep keeping an eye on it. We'll keep bringing you any updates that we come across, and we'll offer you the opinions that we may have. Like I keep saying, I'm not a fake news spreader. I'll just tell you why I think what I think, and it's for you to also come to your own conclusions. Until there is concrete evidence, I've brought you who have been arrested, people who got arrested on those things. Until we have concrete evidence, I'm not gonna tell you I know for a fact that's the case. I'm gonna tell you what my suspicions. So guys, over to my last video for the day now. We're going back to Beirut. Many of you obviously you've seen what's been going on over there. I've only brought you a sort of like a skirting view of the situation, but this video really drills into the heartache. And so guys, it's a shocking video, so I have to warn you guys, there's a lot of blood, but it tells you the real heartache of what that explosion caused on them. So guys, take a look at the last video.
Happened here just over a week ago has shaken this country unlike anything it has been through before, and it has been through a lot. A civil war, multiple bombings, running street battles, but this explosion has left this population traumatized in an entirely different way.
As she felt the air being sucked out of the house, Lana thought, it's a bomb.
It's not that it's loud, It's like it was vicious, it was hurtful, it was like...
Her daughters had just asked her if they could go over to a friend's place.
I looked up, and Zoe and Leah were like standing here where we can see the clock, holding each other, screaming.
Time stood still. She imagined them being blown away, decapitated.
Like it's... So I got them here on the floor. I thought here, I pulled this.
Oh, there's still blood on the mattress.
Yeah. This, if you try to move it, don't ask me how.
No one knows how to explain this to themselves, never mind to their children. The sheer madness of it, the carnage, the chaos, scenes they can't escape from ingrained in their psyche, threatening to push them over the abyss into hysteria.
I'm still too angry to understand what's happened, why all these people were killed, injured, wounded, and like in my head, like it equals the stapling at the hospital and blood. Night is blood. So they took this away from many kids, not just my kids. My kids went in 6 months from drawing rainbows and mermaids. 3 months later, I was being asked every day, what's the corona death toll today in Beirut? To what's nitrate? In 6 months, my 7-year-old went from drawing rainbows to trying to understand the process of nitrate combustion.
Welcome back, guys. We've come to the end of the show, guys. I hope the show was informative. Remember, one party just elected a multicultural, a multicultural look to the United States, while the other party elected somebody who believes that celebrities eat babies to represent them in Parliament. Guys, have a fabulous week. And remember, I keep reminding you guys about the Million People March. That's coming up real fast. Get yourselves mobilized, get yourselves organized, and we'll see you all down there. So have a fabulous Wednesday, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care now. Bye-bye.